Welcome back, everybody. Early voting is officially underway for the May 2nd joint general and special elections here in Central Texas. Voters, depending on where you live, will weigh in on a range of local races, as well as runoff races from the primary to determine ultimately who will appear on the ballot for both parties in November.
Election officials are encouraging you to take advantage of this early voting now to avoid the long lines that we usually see on Election Day. So joining us today is Travis County Clerk Dyana Limon-Mercado. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hi, so how's it looking so far?
Yeah, turnout is looking, we're just getting going, so it's been a little bit slow. The weather kind of keeps folks away, and today is also a state holiday, San Jacinto Day, so there's actually no voting happening on the second day of the voting period. But hopefully tomorrow, with some different weather and the rest of the week for early voting, things pick up.
Talk about how you expect voting turnout to increase, especially with these kinds of runoff special elections in May, and then of course we have some local races, but what do we typically see in a May election?
Yeah, in a May election, turnout is typically pretty low, so about 6 to 11%. There are some exceptions in there if there's been some more hot ticket items on there. For example, the homeless camping ban that had a much higher turnout for a local election, for a May election. But typically it's around 6 to 10, 11% turnout. What that means for voters is that actually in a low turnout election, their vote can count a lot and can shape the outcome of these elections. So we have some school district elections like Eanes ISD and Lake Travis ISD, which is shaping our schools and classrooms. And then we have municipal utility districts, as well as some of our cities like City of Elgin and City of Weberville, which are really growing communities.
Yeah, lots of growing communities out there. Hopefully voters are registered and can get out there and vote early. Talk a little bit about how early voting, how if somebody is not able to go during that period, what are their options?
Yes. So we definitely recommend early voting for folks that can do it. It does make it easier for everybody. We have 7 early voting sites across the county, and in Travis County we still have countywide voting, so voters can vote at any of those 7 sites. Polls are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday noon to 6. But if they absolutely cannot make it during early voting, they can still come on Election Day, which is Saturday, May 2nd, and will be open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and there's 19 Election Day sites open. So a couple more options on Election Day, but definitely folks get on a time crunch and things can get busy on Saturday, and we don't know what the weather's going to be like exactly. So if you give yourself more room to have more options, vote earlier. It's really easy. Lines are very, very short. And just make sure you check votetravis.gov for your sample ballot and double check your voter registration before you come in.
Talk to us a little bit. We know voters may have seen some chaos, some long lines in some counties across Texas during the March primaries, not necessarily in Travis County, but talk to folks who may be feeling a little anxiety about planning, especially if they can't get out during this early voting period. What would you tell them about the planning that's being done to try to make that process smooth for everyone?
Yeah, we definitely encourage early voting for that reason. You have more options, more days to make your best selection based on your travel schedule and work and school and kids and all that kind of stuff. If you are going to wait till the end of the early voting period or Election Day, you're probably going to have a little bit of a wait. It is a smaller election with lower turnout, and actually only about 12% of eligible voters are eligible to participate in the May election. But those lines do get longer as we get close to the end of early voting and on Election Day for everybody who waited till the last minute to vote. So if you can plan earlier, I tell people make a plan A, B, and C. If you can come on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you also have this weekend, this Saturday, and this Sunday to vote. You'll have next week, Monday and Tuesday, so give yourself a couple of options in there. And then if all else fails, you can vote on Saturday, May 2nd on Election Day.
It's sneaking up too. I can't believe it's going to be already the month of May. How are you doing as far as like election workers and staffing goes?
Election workers and staffing are going well, but we always invite new folks who are interested to apply. So you can visit votetravis.gov for anybody who is interested in learning more about how to become an election worker. We have jobs available at our poll places, including for the November election that we'll be getting ready for as well. And we also have jobs in our warehouse at our headquarters helping process things like ballot by mail and getting our equipment ready. So there's lots of jobs available. We love to welcome some new folks into the fold. If they're interested, votetravis.gov will give you more information on how to participate.
There's been so much conversation in recent years about election security that perhaps more people are interested in seeing how it works behind the scenes. But what would you tell folks who still have security concerns or concerns about the process itself?
Yeah, people who do have concerns about the process, we definitely definitely invite those folks in to come learn more about the process. We have a number of poll workers and other types of seasonal workers that I've got to meet who said, you know, I had questions about elections. I was hearing all different types of information. I didn't know what to believe, so I came and found out for myself. And now I'm a believer. I see how many checks and balances are involved, how many different people are involved in protecting the process, how many laws we follow and comply with to ensure that the public has transparency and accuracy. So definitely, if they have questions, come join the team and learn more about what we do. Like I said, us having ambassadors in the community is what makes elections great. You know, the community is who serves the voters. The voters are part of the community and part of our election workers, and we love to see that come together.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck, and we'll see you during early voting and election day too.
Wonderful, thank you.
We appreciate it.